Why do you forsake me? I did not forsake you. You do. No, it is myself who I forsake. Because there is no one else after all. There's no one else in the world but me. I am here. I exist. You are nothing but a doll. The doll could not accept the girl's word. And so, compelling by Daniel that neared desperation, it lashed out at the girl. But something unexpected happened when the doll's hand made contact with the girl. With a cracking sound, it had fallen to the ground. The girl's arm, an arm not of flesh and but blood. There's nothing left for me to hide. The stare. Sinking to her knees, the girl crawled to the arm lying on the ground. The hunched figure seemed incredibly small to the doll. Most of my body has already been replaced with doll parts. I'm almost as much doll as you. The girl had spared nothing, not even her own body, in her journey to create another self. It is for that reason that I know. The strings that attach the body and soul are the same as that which control dolls. Dolls like you don't have any will of their own. They are simply being enabled by mine. Strings that restored the life and movement upon the gold's creation. Those very strings were the gold's chains. The dolls under my control cannot do anything beyond what I dictated. Even when they laugh, cry, and sing, those actions never stop being my own. Even you, dear dreamer, you cannot move unless I command it. You are incapable of disobeying the script I write for you. But most importantly, you are incapable of writing your own script. The doll did not know what to say. It did not know how to feel. Perhaps it was shock, or perhaps it was because the girl had not yet determined what the doll might feel or say. You understand now, don't you, why you can't create a world with me? Because I am you, and you are me. A spell to break the glass seal. It left the doll's mouth unbidden. I am all alone in this world. This eternally repeating present. I decided myself, deluded myself into thinking it was finally over. After so long, my time has finally begun to move. After so long, I'll finally be able to reach the future. That was what I thought. But it was all just a halo facade, hollow facade. As one, the doll and girl spoke of the cold truth that lay beneath gilded wonderland. Imagined warmth, fabricated color. In the end, I'm nothing but a lonely girl playing with dolls by herself. Something wet and clear began to stream down the girl's face. It was proof she was human, proof she was alive. And as the doll could not do the same, it was proof she was the only one in the world. A world like that. I don't need it anymore. I can't be it anymore. A world of only you that continue to turn fruitlessly like a broken cork. I'm tired of it. So tired. I just want to rest now. So, the last thing I will have you do. Dear dreamer, is end this life of mine. At that moment, it extended forms the doll's extended. At that moment, it extended from the doll's arm, a terribly cold denial, an affirmation form of steel. The key is already in the silver lock. All that's left to do is to turn it. With mechanical steps, the doll marched forward, just as the girl directed, just as her will desired. In the end, I know exactly what I was doing, didn't I? The reason that I created you was to free me from this unending dream. As if guided by invisible strings, the doll's body moved forth. As if guided by invisible strings, the doll's body moved forth. One step, two, the doll advanced towards the goal. Tensing, rotating, tensing, rotation, tension, rotation, rotation, tensing, rotation its arm. Now then, this dream that has gone on for far too long. It's time to wake up. With arms spread wide, the girl welcomed the doll into her chest, embracing it sweetly, tenderly, as the doll's 7 colors turned to one. Wet, the colorful canvas, wet, the monochrome canvas. Vibrant, vacant, I become overwhelmed with a singularly whole. So dark, so cold. Is this death? It's scary, isn't it, dear dreamer? The doll answered. It did not. A tear running down its porcelain cheek. Wet as a rose, it was not clear like the raindrops that flowed down the girl's face. Alone, that's how I've been all my life. But at the very least, I didn't want to die that way, with someone at my side. It's how I wanted to end. Won't you grant that small wish of mine, dear dreamer? It was then that the doll's mouth moved, giving voice to one last gentle lie. I am here, by your side. We shall sleep together. For I am you, and you are mine. And so the world of only one became that dwarf none. And the last that remained slipped into eternal repose. When I come to, I find myself lying on a bed. Even before I open my eyes full, I know. Still here, Curling into a loose ball, I find the book I had picked out by my side. I run my fingers across the book's nameless binding. Its blank roughness corresponds. A world where nothing is unexpected and everything is defined by you. A universe of only one. I wonder what if people were to God as dolls were to the goal. Dolls cannot act on their own, and the puppeteer that controls them cannot never be ignored of what they would do, because on an instinctive level, their actions are the puppeteers. In a similar vein, people can laugh, cry, and sing, but it's their laughter and lamentation, the product of their free will, or is it all simply the dictation of an unseen script? Creation an existence other than your own, and breathing life into it, loving it with all your heart, and giving it you everything. Yet, no matter what you do, it will never be able to escape the interesting quality of being but an extension of your soul. The despair of knowing your equation can never pose free will, or the capacity to go on its own. It makes you question if you yourself have free will. It makes you question if even God has free will. For it, an omniscient entity knows everything, even about its own decision in the future. Does it not forbid free will to that entirety? Perhaps free will doesn't truly exist, but even then, I think we should believe that it does. What do you think about that, Tubby? Muzzing to myself, I turned my gaze to the floor next to the bed. The book I had picked out for Tubby in the Celestian Library was laying here, with not a single page turned. What are you? Pumpkin? Don't doze off of the mud side of the book. At least try to read some of it. When I blinked and took again Tubby's book, which had been on the first page, was suddenly on the last. You're not fooling anyone into thinking you read all that in the blink of an eye. I'm quite conscious of the fact that everything in this exchange is merely part of a script I've imagined, but spiritual facades like these were important for keeping my sanity intact. I'm just like the girl in the story, aren't I? Life's most fundamental equality is that it subverts non-existence. Perhaps it could even be said that it has life's most instinct's purpose to be something rather than nothing. Something, anything defies nothingness. Anything, everything that fills the world with color and movement. It was the most base and poor of appetites. A blank canvas must be painted over, no matter what it means. But even the most beautiful canvases are as null that they are dust, if not shared. I heave a heavy sigh as I rest my head on my book. Being left alone here for so long with nothing but your own thoughts gnaws at you. Since I never got tired here, there was no night. The only thing to decay when I sleep was rhyme, and try and exist from the golden dream didn't seem to have any rhyme or reason to it. There have been times where I've awaked in the alternative after simply shutting my eyes for a bit. Good evening, Tabby. Mumbling something that wouldn't make sense anyway else, I begin to doze off. As I'm fading away, for some reason I'm struck with the inexplicable conviction that Tabby would make for an amazing pillow. Tabby pillow for sale. Buy one, get one free. No refunds will be issued for some odd reason. The product has not actual physical form. The sound of chirping birds, a song that brings me release so sweet, I feel my entire body going slack with relief. As my eyes adjust to the warm sunlight flowing through the window, I let it out or breathe, so deep and would think I had been holding it the entire night. A light breeze rustled to coercion, brushing against my cheek, the way one would tenderly caress someone to release them for their slumber. It's probably something few others would ever think of about. But the air on the world we live in, it's alive. It's full of movement, weight, and subtle scents. There's a texture to it that the golden dreams as that air can never compare to. I'm back. The signs and sensations of the waking world fill me with the imaginary familiar hunger, like the desire to go on the rich stimulus surrounding me. First of all, I would like to save. So I don't know how long this also will go. I thought now it will be better getting over, but we are in it, so I don't know. Speaking of eating, something smells good. The appetizing aroma of breakfast being prepared tingled on my nose, prompting me to slip out of the comfort of my bed. After wrapping up my morning dailies, I ascend the stairs to the kitchen, a bowl of chicken skangle already awaiting me. Cecile. Okay, I see this thing will be getting much longer. What should I say? This entire story, this is so, I don't know, you cannot describe it. Gives you so many thoughts and about what is the meaning about it. Like with the dolls, this was kind of the free will and being alone and stuff. So many sentences. So I cannot describe it. It really is an experience now. I feel it and I will like this. So